You know that feeling, right? That relentless, deep down itch that you just can't seem to satisfy. If you've ever had eczema, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's this maddening cycle of scratching and inflammation. But what if that itch isn't just a skin problem? What if it's actually a distress signal from an immune system civil war happening right inside your body?
We're talking about atopic dermatitis, which is the official name for eczema, and it is incredibly common. We're looking at up to 20% of kids and about 5% of adults in industrialized countries. So yeah, if this is something you've dealt with, you are definitely not alone.
For the longest time, the thinking was that eczema was just a skin barrier issue. Your skin is a bit dry but leaky, so irritants get in. But it turns out the real story, the one we're going to decode today, is so much deeper than that. It's a story about your body's own defense system getting its wires crossed and making a huge mistake.
So, how are we going to get to the bottom of this? Well, instead of a boring lecture, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to put on our detective hats, step into the shoes of a dermatologist, and solve a real diagnostic puzzle.
Our main piece of evidence today comes from a medical board exam from 2006. Now, it's just a single multiple choice question, but trust me, cracking this one question open reveals the entire secret of atopic dermatitis. By figuring out the one thing that doesn't belong, we'll understand everything that does.
Okay, here it is. And I know, that looks like a lot of technical jargon. Eosinophilia, IgE, interferon gamma. Don't worry about it just yet. Think of these as a list of suspects in a police lineup. Our mission is simple. Find the one that doesn't belong here. And to do that, we need to meet the key players. To make this super simple, let's imagine your immune system has two rival teams of highly specialized cells. Each one has a totally different mission. And understanding the balance, or in the case of eczema, the imbalance between these two teams is the key to everything. And here are our two teams. On one side, you've got Team Th1. Let's call them the infection fighters. Their star player is a signal called interferon gamma, and their whole job is to hunt down and destroy bacteria and viruses. On the other side, we have Team Th2, the allergy army. They're the ones that react to things like pollen, dust mites, and parasites, using their own signals, IL-4, IL-5, and IL-13. In a healthy person, these two teams are perfectly balanced.
And here it is. This is the crucial point. Atopic dermatitis is a condition where the allergy army, Team Th2, goes into complete overdrive and takes over. That delicate balance is shattered. It's a full-blown, system-wide allergic response, even when there's no real danger.
So let's follow the chain of command when that happens. When Team Th2 gets activated, it fires off its key signals. IL-4 sends a message to your body to start churning out massive amounts of allergy antibodies, which are called IgE. At the same time, IL-5 calls in the ground troops, a specific type of white blood cell called eosinophils. Now, does any of this sound familiar? This chain reaction directly explains three of the suspects in our puzzle. Okay, so we've met the teams, we've seen the allergy army's playbook. Now let's go back to that original question and crack this case once and for all. Looking at our list of suspects again, the picture is a lot clearer now, isn't it? Option D, that increase in IL-4, IL-5, and IL-13, that's the cause. That's the allergy army going on the attack. Option B, the increased IgE, and option A, eosinophilia, those are the direct results of that attack. They are all classic calling cards of an allergy army takeover, which leaves us with only one suspect left standing. And the answer is C. In atopic dermatitis, you do not see an increase in interferon gamma from the infection fighters. In fact, it's the exact opposite. The overactive allergy army actually suppresses the infection fighters. It shuts them down. And this is a huge deal because it explains why people with eczema are so much more likely to get certain skin infections. The guards are on high alert, but they're all looking in the wrong direction.
So, all of this brings us to a much more complete and, frankly, a much better definition of the disease. Atopic dermatitis isn't just dry skin. It's a really complex condition that comes from two things: a broken skin barrier and an imbalanced immune system that is completely dominated by that Th2 allergy army.
And understanding this immune blueprint, this whole Th1 versus Th2 idea, isn't just some academic exercise. It completely changes how doctors diagnose and treat skin conditions in the real world. This framework is absolutely critical. A perfect example? Psoriasis. At first glance, it can sometimes look a lot like eczema, but when you look at the immune system, it's the polar opposite. Psoriasis is a Th1 dominant disease. The infection fighters are the ones in charge. And this is why a treatment that works wonders for eczema could actually make psoriasis worse, and vice versa. You have to know which army you're actually fighting.
All right, let's quickly recap the key intel we've gathered. Number 1, atopic dermatitis is an allergy army, or Th2 disease. 2, high IgE levels and lots of eosinophils are the classic fingerprints it leaves behind. 3, that crazy-making itch is driven by specific signals, especially one called IL-31. 4, and this is the big one, the infection fighter signal interferon gamma is turned down, not up. And that's why the best treatments today do 2 things: fix the skin's barrier and tell the allergy army to stand down.
And I'll leave you with one final, pretty amazing thought. This isn't just a human problem. It turns out that our dogs, especially breeds like French bulldogs, suffer from the exact same Th2 immune imbalance. They are such perfect models for this disease that studying how to treat their itch is actually helping scientists develop better drugs for us. So the next time you see a dog constantly scratching, you might just be looking at a furry little reflection of our own complex and very, very itchy immune system.